So one of my favorite things to do for my family is create a special Sunday dinner menu. So I try a little bit harder to make something special just for them, just because I love Sunday and spending time with my family. So right here, I have a full potato, and I already cut 7 of them. And so you want to boil them whole, just like this, and peel them. It's really easy. The reason behind that is if you boil them and they're already chopped up, you might end up with mashed potatoes instead of a potato salad. So this is why you do it. And you want to make sure you try to cut them all the same size, just like this. So that way you're being consistent, and so when you get a bite of your food, it's all the same and it's not just lumpy and different every time you eat it. So that's why. So there's that. 8 potatoes, all chopped in here. And let me just rinse out my hands really quick. The next thing I do is I prepare the dressing that goes on the potatoes. So right here, you have 1.5 cups of mayonnaise, and what you want to add to it is, here's a tablespoon. You want to add 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. I never knew like what you would use apple cider for. Like I would see in the store and never buy it, but then I started making potato salad. I'm sure you use it for other stuff too. Oh yeah, meatloaf. I used it before, but yeah, it's actually really good. 1 and 2 tablespoons. And then after that, you want to add 2 tablespoons of sugar. So let me go rinse this off. And dry it up. So I just have my white sugar in here. I'm just gonna get 2 tablespoons really quick. 1 and 2. Really easy so far, not too hard. Make sure I get that completely full. There's 2. And then 1 tablespoon of mustard. And so if you hear like some noise in the background, it's just my baby Teo. He's on his jumper, and it's just perfect because that way he lets me cook. So, okay, just make, wait, yes, wait, hold on. Is that the right one? Half, okay, yes. Sometimes I get confused. And so I rather take a little bit longer before I do the wrong amount in there. Okay, so that's 1 teaspoon of mustard. Actually, 2 teaspoons. 2. Perfect. Let's put this out of the way and do these next spices. So what I have here is garlic, salt, and pepper. And you want to do 1 teaspoon of each of those. So I'm going to wash this really quick. Baby Teo is being so good for me. So I have garlic powder. Just like that. Just 1. I just filled it half and then half again. And then salt. And pepper. Okay, so this isn't pepper, but I didn't have pepper in my pantry, but it has pepper in it, so I'm just gonna use it. I'm sure it'll taste good. It's actually Nature Seasons seasoning blend. But it'll be good. It's just a little bit different. They won't notice. They'll still taste good. Okay. So I just mixed all of this up. So one nice thing about making potato salad and the ribs is the ribs I can just leave in the oven in low and they'll be really juicy and they'll be done by the time we get back from church when we're super hungry. So that's good. And then the potato salad can cool off in the fridge and then I come home and it's all done and I don't have to worry about dinner. It'll be just all cooked. So there's the sauce or the dressing. And I'm going to go ahead and add a cup of onions, super small minced onions. You don't want, I love onions by the way, but you don't want big chunks because it could be overpowering. So you add that to my dressing. And then these are 2 sticks of celery sticks. 2 celery sticks chopped. And I like to leave them nice and big like that because it just adds nice texture in there and a crunch that is yummy. So that's all added in there, and I mix and I mix. I don't add the eggs yet, but you're gonna wanna boil 5 eggs, and you're gonna add those at the very end. So let me go ahead and show you how I do this. So I just add it all in there. Delicious. Look how good that looks. I'm so hungry. I kind of skipped breakfast today, so I might just have a taste of this. Here, give it. Okay. And 5 eggs already chopped. That way you don't have to stare at me chopping them. And there we go. Even though you might not care, right? Okay. And you mix it. And you just want to make sure you mix it very good. So that way the dressing is all over the potato. And look how much potato salad I have here. So a lot of times, I mean, it's just me, my husband, and my baby. Sometimes we have family over, like my mother-in-law. My parents don't live here. They live in Connecticut, but if they did, they would come over too. But what I'm saying is, look how much this makes. So during the week, we love to have leftovers. And this is so yummy. I have it for lunch with a sandwich or other stuff. And it's perfect. And lastly, a little, oh, wrong one. Paprika. So it just makes it look so pretty. Look at the very top. You just want to powder it just a little like that, and it's done. Yay! Potato salad, all done. Okay, so I'm gonna make the ribs really quick. Look at this. I don't know about you, but I love ribs. I love meat. I guess if you're a vegetarian, maybe you're not so into it, but I love meat. So what I did here is I took out the membrane already for you, but it's like that glossy film on top of the back bony part of the rib. And so you want to make sure you pull that off. I already did that. There's probably a little bit more I can pull off here, but it's really easy. You just start in a corner and you pull it off, and there you have just the meat. And that way, when you cook it, the spices could really go into the meaty part, and you don't have to bite through that membrane. That's the reason behind that. So let me wash my hands really quick. I touched it. And dry them really quick. Okay. Okay, they're dry. So really quick, we have some, let's start with the adobo. This is my favorite. Okay, so if you guys don't know, I'm Puerto Rican, and we use adobo on about everything. It's just amazing. And you see how big this is? I have more in storage, but I don't even know if they come bigger, but if they did, I would totally have more, like a big jumbo one, because I always use my adobo. It's one of those things I always need to have in my pantry. Same with the garlic. I love cooking with garlic. So I have minced garlic here. You could get this at the store. I actually like using, like if you buy a head of garlic and mince it yourself, that's like the best thing. You can do that. The second best thing is this, in my opinion. And then if you don't have that, you could just use the powdered garlic, which is fine. So I'm gonna do, let me wash this really quick, guys. I'm so sorry. I have my back toward you. Okay, that wasn't too bad, right? That wasn't too bad. Oh yes, my potato salad, so yummy, yummy. Okay, so what I have here is I want a teaspoon of adobo. It's a little bit more than that, that's okay. I just don't want to spill it everywhere. And of garlic. I'm just gonna use a spoon, just because I don't have to go back and wash that. Just a spoon. And just red pepper. This is optional. You don't have to use it, but it just gives it a little kick, another layer of flavor. Here we go. Just Actually, I have just like not even. I'm just putting on the spoon just so I don't go crazy overboard. But it's like super little. I don't know if you can see that. It's like really little. It's just, I don't want it to overpower the rub. But there's that rub ready for the ribs. So we're gonna just mix it. Here's my spoon. So I'm gonna mix that. Oh, I forgot to tell you. So you're probably wondering what's already in here. So this is 3/4 of brown sugar. So 3/4 of brown sugar, garlic, your adobo. By the way, I'll have the recipe in the description on my YouTube channel. So you can take a look at that. And mix it all together. Yummy, yum, yum. And it's ready to go on the ribs. So I'm gonna do this really quick. Ah! It's okay to get messy in the kitchen. I was gonna say chicken kitchen. Okay. You guys see that? This is so fun. Okay. Other side. So you just want to massage that in there. And make sure it's distributed evenly. And as you can see, it's all over the pork. I'm gonna take, I probably did too much on this side, so I'm gonna take some. Hey, it works on this other side. Yeah, does that look good? This is gonna taste so good. Okay, good. So I'm gonna wash my hands again, just so it's not super crazy. Baby's getting a little flustered here. You're doing good! Jump, jump, jump! You jump? Can you show mama? Jump, jump! Okay. So what I'm gonna do here, I already pre-cut my foil. You want the shiny part out. And what I'm gonna do is lay the ribs on the foil. And you actually wanna do 2 layers. Once again, shiny part out. You're gonna put the ribs on the other side of the shiny part. Just like that. So just make sure you know where the bones are. So the bones are in the back right now. And you're gonna do 2 shiny part, or shiny part out, 2 layers on top, like just like this, covering the meat, those ribs. And then you're gonna foil all 4 of them, and just like this, and tuck them in. So this, what this does is it helps keep all the juices in there. So it cooks nice and evenly, and it just makes them nice and tender and yummy. So there's that. And I remember the bony part is on the other side. So what you want to do is cook with the meaty part down. I probably should have done it the other way. And that bony part up. So remember that. That's a good trick to do, because otherwise it just doesn't taste as good. I'll wash my hands real quick. And you're gonna put the oven on 300 degrees, and it's gonna cook for 2.5 hours. And then I'll be done. It's pretty easy, huh? Not too bad. So I took the ribs out of the oven. They look delicious. They're all tender and just great. Here's a close-up of what they look like. Super yummy. So I did the 2.5 hours. It could be 2 to 2.5. Just see if the meat shrinks and you can see the bones. That's when you know it's done. And I plated myself some ribs and some potatoes. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a bite. Let's see. I'm so excited. I'm like starving. That's really good. Yep, perfect. And let's see this right here. So here are the ribs. You can see how easy the meat pulls off the bone, and that's because of the aluminum foil and the way we did it. And it's super good, easy peasy. Okay, let's see. That's really good. And if you want, go ahead and put some barbecue on there, and you can leave it in the oven for a little bit longer and just let the barbecue sit there on the top. I personally like it without barbecue, so that's why I did that. thanks for watching, and your family will enjoy this meal, and I will see you next week. Make sure to subscribe and like my video.